Welcome racers, this is Badgerman, and today we are back on GT7 with another daily race C at Daytona. It is just so much fun, isn't it? I really enjoy this race, and we're going to encounter an odd lap time. You see that 142.1 from Muguzi there, and these are the top 10, and they're all cheated. And you can tell they're 39, 40... You know, these are all cheater times because the corner cutting isn't working properly. If you want to see some more proper lap times, these are the ones on my friend ranking. Will Murdoch is a driver for BS Plus competition. Robbie Hake is a top split driver as well. Key25 you all know from YouTube. Patom, top split driver. Erie is even in there with a 45.6. So a 42.1 is definitely a cheated lap time right there. And we're going to encounter Muguzi, the Finn, in P1 in this race a bit more, but we'll get to that later. Let's actually get the race started. We're in P9, not the greatest of starting positions, but it's okay. We can work our way up the field. Starting, of course, in the Mazda again. It is the best car for this race, not necessarily for qualifying, but if you haven't watched yesterday's video, it definitely is the best car for the race itself, and here we go. Frenchman in front of us in P8, and immediately everyone into the slipstream. And we're going to head towards turn 1, and for some reason he's going a bit slowly. Don't know what's going on there, but you know what? We take it up the inside, we go up a position. He actually overshoots the corner as well. Don't know how he did that. He was early on the brakes, and he still overshot the corner. There's something going on with the Spaniard. Don't know what happened there, but that's 2 positions in 1 corner. Larry going a bit wide, can't get him quite, so we're going to stay behind him for now, but I mean, 2 positions early on, that's a very welcomed gift that I've received there. And now it is all about settling in. Larry, of course, in the same car that we're in, that's what the Mazda looks like from behind. So we're going to try to work with him, but he gets it all sorts of wrong. I was looking in the mirror, didn't realize it until the last moment. And, yeah, we got past somehow, but, yeah, we lost touch to the top 5 in front. So we have our work cut out trying to get closer to them. But, yeah, the really weird situation that he just went onto the grass and then kept throttling, and it just almost spun on him. But P6, 3 positions gained on the opening lap. We're heading into the bus stop chicane for the first time. And I was way too late on the brakes there. I feel like I did not get a good exit speed out of it. And you're going to see there Sanchi is getting a bit closer. But he didn't get a good exit either. Must have messed up at some point. And we're going to skip to the end of lap 2. Because we have closed up to the top 5 now a little bit. And we see a couple of things going on. We're going to take up the inside of PLB in the Mazda as well. Another Mazda driver. We're going to take up the inside of him. That's another position. P5 at the start of lap 3. So we've gained 4 places already. 2 Italians battling up in front. Max and Ralphie are fighting. And we're going to skip to the end of lap 3 now. Because PLB was quite close to us, but he never was able to get back past us. We're going to get the exit here. Trying to get closer, but didn't work. And PLB stayed really close with us. You can see the gap on the left side there, 3/10, and it's going to drop with the slipstream. Especially with the way the wind is blowing, that makes it even stronger. Wind is now facing from the left front here, and it's going to be a full-on front wind once we head into turn 1. Gives us better stopping power, but makes it a bit tougher as well. But instead, PLB didn't attack. I fully expected an attack here. Didn't come. And we are actually closing in on Ralphie now. So we should be in his slipstream again. And we firmly are. Slight mess up there. Didn't hook up the apex perfectly. But we move. We move. And in fact, in just a second, we are going to move to the next situation. That's the end of lap 4. Bus stop chicane coming up again. I'm going to skip a couple of seconds ahead here. Once again, I wasn't happy with how I took the bus stop chicane this race, but it is what it is. And yeah, we're trying to get into the slipstream. Once again, PLB getting really close to us. Half a second. He's got the slipstream. And once again, I was worried that he's also in the Mazda just like me. So he's going to have an advantage on me with the slipstream. And yeah, I was worried there, but it didn't happen. However, we got closer and closer. Ralphio was saving fuel at this point. I thought, you know what? Maybe let's send it up the inside. But I was a bit hesitant. I was also very close to the tire bundle there. But very hesitant there. Decided, it's not a great overtaking opportunity, is it? And so I decided to just stay behind for now. We're still before the pit stop. So no reason to just fully send it and go all crazy this early on. Right now we just got to stay in it. We have one ace up our sleeves that a lot of these drivers do not have. And that's our lack of tire change. Our lack of tire change is going to make a huge, huge difference here. And we're going to try to stay with Ralphio. And we see there's a car ahead with a half a second penalty. I think that's the Swede Lizard, who's on the outside up there. He's going to serve a half a second penalty, it seems. Don't know what he got that for. And because it's such a insignificant penalty, only half a second, I decided not to bother to check in the replay what happened. Probably some kind of corner cut somewhere. Maybe an accidental one, no idea. But didn't really care for it either. Once again, bus stop. And this time it was better. We sacrificed the entry a little bit and got the exit better. And we're heading to the pits, just like almost everyone. There's going to be one car way behind, like outside the top 8, that's going to stay out for one more extra lap, as 2 drivers have now disconnected. We're going to head in. Maguzzi, the cheater, the time trial cheater, actually with 1% of fuel. PLB is 31. 31. I came in with 8. No tire change. Fuel up to 90 something. And there it is. IVRT Chul stayed out. And we're in the net lead. After all this. Quite surprising to me. I thought a couple of more drivers were not going to change their tires. But I was wrong. And all of a sudden, I'm in the net lead of the race. So now it's just about holding on for dear life. PLB seems faster at this stage. He definitely has a lot less fuel in than I do, because he pitted with 30 something left. I pitted with 8 left, so I went up to 92. He went, I don't know, he probably went up to 70 or 80. And I look back because I know what's coming. It's PLB and it's Maguzzi, it's the cheater. So I was a bit worried there with those 2 behind, but it was only those 2 behind. Max in 5th, or net 4th, he already had a pretty significant gap. So I was not too worried. The only way we can lose this is if we start fighting each other. And we once again make it through the bus stop chicane, and PLB was getting closer and closer and closer. Not right now. It's going up to over a second. But his setup seems to be more geared for straight line speed than even mine was. Maybe a shorter gear ratio, because my gear ratio left a lot to be desired once you get into 6th. Like, I get up to 285, maybe 290, but that's where it ends. And 285 you see here, 283, 84, and then we brake. Turn 1, did not hook up the apex there for lap 7. And he gains more. 7 tenths, 6 tenths. PLB's firmly behind me. I'm worried at this point. I'm very, very worried that I will not hold on to this potential victory from 9th on the grid, which would have been amazing. But, yeah, we're going to see. Half a second now, the gap. We're just going to try doing our thing for now. Keep half an eye on the mirror, on the radar, really, because we don't have a mirror, unfortunately. By the way, pull a funny. When is that coming? When are we getting rearview mirrors for all the cameras, not just for the bumper cam? And I mess up this corner. Completely missed the apex there, but should give me a better run down the oval. However, PLB, he's really close behind me. Under 3 tenths now. The question is he going to attack into the bus stop, or is he going to work with me for now? Temporary alliance, yes or no? The answer is yes. He doesn't send it here. I tried to get as much of a slow run followed by a really good exit as possible, and it didn't really work. He was still very close to me, and I thought, yeah, into turn 1 he's probably gonna get me. And he's getting very close, that's for sure. Under 2/10, 10th and a half. He's sucking his way alongside. He's on the outside now. And I thought, well, how am I going to hold on to this? I'm up the inside. That's my only saving grace here. But I brake early, and I still brake too late. And I actually hit him. He was on my outside the whole time. And I have to say, I do apologize for that. I missed my braking point a little bit. He seems like he also did. He was not able to perform a switchback on me. And Maguzi, the cheater, slips through to P2. And I thought, oh, well, he's on fresh tires. I'm not. So that's going to be a doozy. And there he is. 10th and half. Is he going to try to send it here? The answer is no. He's not close enough just yet. Lap 8. This is really the crunch time of the race. So, a bit worried at this point. Once again, I do miss the apex by about a quarter mile. And trying to get a better exit, though. And it's not quite working once more. So, at this point, once again, I'm thinking, is he going to try to send it up the inside into the bus stop chicane? I already knew that PLB was smart in the way he ran things, and I then saw that he was pulling alongside me, and I thought, okay, yeah, he's not the smartest. I thought, you know what? I'm fighting this. Went later on the brakes, the Daniel Ricciardo strategy, and got out of the corner, and for some reason I got a 1 second penalty. You tell me where that came from. I was not on the grass with all 4 tires at all, but that was incredibly deflating at the time, especially, look at this. We're beautifully fighting, 3-way battle for the win, and I get pulled out of it. And here comes Max Kobe as well, 3.6 seconds, that's going to come down. And then these two are battling. PLB and Maguzi are battling now. And, yeah, something's going on there. PLB is going slow. He's ghosting even. And he gets a 2-second time penalty. I thought, okay, there must have been some kind of contact. And I thought, is he going to take him out here? And safe to say, no. No, he did not. PLB, once again, showing how smart he is, decides to go against the instinct that I think we all have. If you get an undeserved penalty. But here's what happened. You know, if you get an undeserved penalty, you want to take someone out. But you tell me, is this undeserved or is this deserved? We're on board with PLB. Maguzi in front. Maguzi braking a bit early. Touched. And then he runs very wide. Off track. Is it deliberate or not? 2-second penalty here for Plebster. That's his in-game nickname. PLB, I think, stands for pleb, which makes him even more likable to me, at least. But here we are, back on the action. I thought maybe he's going to take him out here. No. No. Once again, well-behaved PLB. Seems like quite a nice, quite a clever driver, quite a smart driver. Not exactly, you know, not exactly the kind of Maguzi that would cheat to get pole position, abuse track limits to hell and back, but rather a rather smart driver, PLB. So I really like racing with him. Unfortunately, 2-second penalty, and as we are heading to the bus stop chicane, you saw there in the back, it's about 5 or 6 cars now that are all fighting for the win. And I decided not to follow the slipstream. That was a bit far away from it anyway. But you're going to look at the 2-second penalty for PLB now. It just turned to 3. He's on 3 seconds now. He cut the chicane as well in some way. The game gives him an extra second. And at this point, he's firmly out of it. I thought, you know what? I need this slipstream as much as I can. I've fully stayed tucked in. He serves his penalty. I move out of it. And Max is getting closer and closer as well. I thought, well, the cheetah's going to drive away now. 1.1 seconds. That's not going to work. Tried to get the braking right and completely made a mockery of that turn 1. And Max is all over me. I thought, well, am I going to go defensive here? I thought, nah, surely not. And he goes for the move. And, hey, fair play to him. The door was open. I left it open, thought he wasn't going to go for it. He went for it, and he got it. He knew my tire wear was bad. He pitted for new tires. I didn't, and he knew that, so he went for it. Fair play. But it wasn't over. My plan was, you know what? This is a Ferrari. I'm in the Mazda. I have the higher top speed. I'm going to stay in the slipstream, and either into the bus stop or to the line, I'm going to get him. So we tried to nail this as much as possible here onto the oval again. I thought, you know what, if I can get P2 here, that's going to be fantastic. I started P9, and I would only be beaten by a cheetah in P1. But things were about to kick off really, really much. So, right now it looks like, oh, this is all settled, right? Oh, well. We head to the bus stop for the final time. I'm actually late on the brakes than Max. He took it very cautiously. And then he gets a little bit of a tank slapper on. I couldn't avoid him. Run into his back. P4 Lizard comes around. P1 is slow. And what happened to P1? Well, let's go on board with P1. This is the perspective from P1 bus stop chicane, all on his own. And he starts sliding. He gets onto the grass and boop, into the wall again. And here comes Max, here comes Harju, here comes me, and we are racing the line. I thought, I can still win this. I can still win this. Give me the slip, give me the slip, give me the slip. The Swede on the outside. The Swede to the line takes the lead. And can I get the slipstream? Can I get P2? I just run out of space at the end there. But a podium nonetheless, and 1 second ahead of the cheetah, so I was not lying in my title and thumbnail. It's very important for me that I don't do that. We actually beat the cheetah. Granted, he messed up himself, so we didn't actually force him into an error or anything, but I mean, he still messed up. He took a little bit more than, well, he bit a little bit more than he could chew, and we take the podium. And this time only one race in the video, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this kind of cheating. What you think of the incident between Maguzzi and PLB, who ultimately finished P9. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys for some more GT7 content. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.